a cat cafe, and there are 40 plus cats. I'll wait a little bit more. So the Sphinx cat just came to me a second ago, just checked on me, checked the camera, liked it, rubbed against it. So I don't know. I mean, I love cats. I'm a cat lady at heart, so I'll wait for you guys, for a little bit more people to come in the stream, and I'll show you both floors and what you can get out of the cat cafe. So yeah, I found it here in Saigon, and it's pretty. I didn't expect that many cats, but anyways, I think we can already start the tour. So they have multiple rooms here, and well, here you go. There's some kitties. Most of them are asleep. They're different types. Hello. Hi. Hi. Okay, look at this fella. He's just been sleeping like this forever. Hi. So you can get some coffee and snacks here, and you can also get some snacks for cats as well. Hello. So this is like a second floor. And they're just chilling, basically. Ooh. There's one big one. I think it's Maine Coon. Sorry, I'm just recording the cat. Yeah. And it's a very chill place. They're literally everywhere. Look at those pretty boys. Boys or girls. Hey, pretty. Hello. I'm looking for the Sphinx cats that just came to me out of nowhere. Anyways, this is the staircase. We can go down to the first floor. Again, oh, here you are, buddy. Here you are, buddy. They have one Sphinx cat. Here you are, buddy. When I was starting live stream, he just came to me and just started rubbing against the camera, saying hi. Hey. Hello. Meow. Hello. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Well, anyways, it's going down on the first floor. Gets her everywhere on every step. Sorry, just want to grab my coffee. Okay, hi, buddy. Look at this. Just 1 second. So, a black cat, a little cutie patootie cat right on the table. There are no restrictions for cats here. They can be everywhere they want. Yes. Hello. You're so pretty. Okay, yeah, you don't want me to touch you. Hi, you're also pretty. All of you are so pretty. But anyways, I'm just gonna. So yeah, sorry. I think I went up. Excuse me. So you said you have 2 types of coffee, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, milk coffee.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is
one eye over there.
Okay, if I want ice, yes, great, yeah. So here it's you have like a love cats. Yes, everyone loves cats. It's like a self-service, so they made the milk coffee for me. And in Vietnam, it's very common to drink it with ice. I think that should be enough. Yeah. And they have some snacks here. So, yeah, you can just basically pick up whatever you want on a plate and just have some snacks. But those are not for cats, those are for people. That's nice. Well, I'll sit there. I'll sit next to this one. Can I sit next to you? Or is someone sitting here? No. Okay. Can I sit next to you? Trying to get a good light here. Hello. Who is beside me? This pretty one, which are right on the table. All of them are so distinct. Here is the Bengal cat. The Bengali cat. Anyways, this is the place in Saigon. Very cool place. What I like is that they, even on the counter, there are cats. So they just walk around whatever they want. And they just take the places whatever they want. So cute. So cute and lazy. Hello. Hi. You don't even want to move, right? You just want to be here. Hi everyone. Well, for new people, it might sound unbelievable, but this is more like a training and boxing channel, though. I'm doing quite some traveling lately, and this is the Saigon Cat Cafe, Kitty Cafe, because there are like 40 cats here. Anyways, let me just get back here. So yeah, basically what you do, you get the ticket and you can get the coffee, and it's like a self-service. You get the coffee, you can get some snacks and just chill with cats. What's up to taste? It's definitely a perfect place for cat lovers, for sure. For those who don't really like cats, I think you should check out some other places. I really love cats. Like cats, I'm a cat person. I love dogs as well. I love pretty much all animals. But I think I relate to cats the most. Like this. She just took an entire table and she just wants to chill. And the another one is rubbing against the chair. I have some personal sessions a little bit later today, so this is how I'm going to call my client. She also has cats, so she's a cat lover. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. But right now I'm in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh, and this place is called literally a cat cafe. I have one cat right on my table, and there is one cat right behind, and there is another cat on the chair, like here. Yeah? You see that? So this is the perfect way to spend first half of the day, to me at least. Georgia, Atlanta, no, Georgia, the country. Tbilisi is the capital. What? What? I think all of them are so spoiled in a good way. I mean, they're very clingy, very communicating, and when they want snacks or something, they just meow to you. He says that I love dogs. I love dogs too. I had a dog for 10 years, and when he passed away, I was a wreck for a long time. So dogs are amazing. So next time, if I find a dog place in the Saigon, I'll let you know about that. But this is a cat place. This is the lazy kitty cat place. How are you? I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing great. Someone says cats are not loyal. Well, cats are definitely more independent. Some cats can. I knew this one cat. I mean, that's my friend's cat, who apparently that cat lived between 3 families, and all of those 3 families thought that that was their cat. So cats can do that. But I also know I owned cats that were extremely loyal, and it's funny, when cats are raised together with dogs, they adapt their character. So they act like dogs. They're more like behaving like dogs than cats. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing wonderful. Are you in a cafe? Yes, it's cat cafe. This is how it's called, and they have like a 40 plus cats, or 40 exactly. So you see one, there is another one, and there is here there are many on my table, and one is looking in a very funny way. Hey, hello, hey, hey. She didn't like that. And here is like a self-service. You can get the coffee, ice, and snacks, and just enjoy some time with cats. Let's put it like this. Hi, Uzbekistan. Or if he then become the owner. Well, I think if it worked that way, it was a little bit harder. Can I pick you up? No? No, you don't like to be picked up? You don't like to be picked up? No? No? Okay. Oh, okay. That one didn't like to be picked up. They are on their own. What? Hello. Yeah, he was just like, leave me alone, human. Yes, that's... Some cats are, well, my father actually brought a cat, a Scottish cat that is, I think, the cutest cat ever. She does not scratch, she does not, oh, hello, there's one more. She does not scratch, she does not demand food, she just wants to cuddle. She comes to you and she gives you belly, like I never seen cat giving you a belly to scratch, because usually cats hate that. And she's very adorable, so. And you can pick her up and like nothing, she just loves it. Yesterday I reached Georgia for my concert. I'm very happy. Good. I'm happy for you. Your English very good? Is English is your mother tongue there? No, it's not mother tongue. English is my third language, and I learned it when I was adult. So right now I'm 25, and it was back in 2020. So when I was 20 years old, during the pandemic period, I really committed to it, and here we are. How are you? I'm doing well. Someone asking if I know Russian. Yes, I know Russian. This channel is just I make videos and live streams in English, but I'm fluent in both Russian and Georgian as well. And originally I'm from Georgia. And she just wants to sleep. She just wants to sleep, and she can't help it. Well, I'm doing well. A lot of people asking how am I, and I'm wonderful. They're wonderful cats, wonderful wife. The people here are wonderful because apparently these people are animal lovers and cat lovers, so I'm doing well. Hello, you're beautiful. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, the white cat likes me. I mean, at least she doesn't mind me, okay? Or he, it's hard to say, but yeah. I'll call it she. She doesn't mind me. As long as I don't bother her too much, she'll be fine. But you gotta look at this one too. Hello. like this one likes me too. He doesn't mind me at least. Okay, I'm just gonna, and they're very cute girls over there. So as I said, it's a very good vibe here. Where do you live now? Right now, me and my husband are in Ho Chi Minh, Saigon, in Vietnam. But we're just spending around a couple weeks here. And then we're planning to go back to Nha Trang, where we were based most of the time, and which we consider our hometown locally, if we can call it that way. Oh, that's impressive. You have even American-like accent. That's why I thought from us, Georgia, come visit. Okay, well, if when Americans tell me that I sound American, I think that is quite a compliment, because I was learning English following generic American accent. That's what I try to do, because I think there is no point if you're a foreigner and if you're from non-English speaking countries. If you try to learn Australian accent or British accent, they're just gonna laugh at you because it's gonna sound odd. So the most like a blueprint English is American generic English. So thank you. If it sounds a little bit American, I think it's an accomplishment. And one day I'll visit for sure. I'm feeling well today. I'm feeling very well. As I said, I love cats, and there are 40 of them in this cafe, and people also are wonderful and sweet. So it is a very nice day today. Oh, okay. I'm letting you alone. Sorry, I didn't want to bother you. Hello from California. Hi. I know some people from California, that's for sure. The most people from United States that I know come from California, Texas, and I know someone from Indianapolis, and there are some my Georgian friends in other states as well, like Pennsylvania and I think Ohio. Hi to India. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Oh, little shorty. So some of their cats, I don't know how that breed's called, but they're like a short leg kitty. So look at this one. So pretty. And such a short legs. How do you walk like this? Okay. Cats can get offended, so I'm not gonna tease too much. But anyway, today, no training. It's actually started raining outside because it's a rainy season here, so it rains on and off in Vietnam at this point. But anyways, back to the topic. Today it's just chilling with cats. So cheers with my cold coffee. Is it a Cooper glass? Yeah, I suppose so. How are you doing? I'm doing wonderful. Georgian people are very kind and helpful. They help me to reach to my destination, and after counseling, I get $22K for that scholarship. Congratulations, and I'm happy that you had a good experience with Georgian people. So I wish you that all your hard work and your commitment gives you great results. What are you doing? Are you a tourist? Yes, I'm considered a tourist in this country. I'm from Georgia originally, from Tbilisi, Georgia. And this is Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, aka Saigon. And this is the cat cafe. Right now I'm chilling in a cat cafe with cats. This one she just likes sleeping. That's it. Is this a coffee shop or art gallery? Can't say. Well, it's definitely, there are a lot of cat pictures. So it's fully cat themed, and there are 40 cats in this place. There are like a couple floors. And you kind of buy a ticket for experience to come here and chill and do the work, record whatever you want to do, and then you have like a snack counter and a coffee counter, and you can just make it for yourself. Someone asking for personal private chat. That sounds a little bit creepy, but no, thank you. I'm married and I don't talk privately with strangers on the live stream or internet in general. Though people who are, just connecting and like willing to engage in the chat, feel free, be more than welcome. Georgia, the country. So Tbilisi is the capital of Georgia, the country. So when I mention Tbilisi, that means it's not Georgia and Atlanta, for example. Do you consider yourself an independent woman? I like to say, and we have a little joke with my husband, that I want you to support me in my independence. Meaning that, being a rock for me when it's needed. But I've been always independent. I'm oldest child in my family, and my parents were divorced, and it was a hard divorce. I started working quite early, and I stood up for myself and for my family as well quite early. So I considered myself independent. I consider that I can navigate, and I can navigate throughout the life. I keep licking my holder. Okay, come here. Do you want to come here? Come here, come here. Come on. Okay, I just want this one to get here on like closer to me or on my lap or something. She just licked the holder, so that was quite funny. But anyways, as much as I am independent, and I think all adults should have the baseline for independence. Otherwise, we end up as the grown children. I think I'm also There are a lot of things I rely on other people and on my husband, and I think that's how it should be. We should be codependent on each other. The camera is shaking because the kitty is licking itself. Okay, hi to everyone, but please don't spam, guys. Good morning. It's AM here. Okay. Here it's already an afternoon, late afternoon time. Oh. Some more kitties. It's shaking because this one is just trying to scratch its tail. How old are you? I'm 25 years old. The one I tried to pick up a little bit earlier, but it doesn't like to be held. And this one just want to sleep. Oh, just want to sleep. As I said, I'm 25 years old. I heard Georgia is the cheapest country of the Europe to live. Well, it's a little bit, the inflation really kicked up the prices at this point, so I'm not really sure about that anymore. And some products and some groceries are more expensive than in some other places in Europe. But before it used to be. Hey, the more cats coming. Oh, this is that famous cat place. How cool. Oh, that's cool. Someone knows about the place. Yeah, I guess it's famous because it's like when I search for cat place, I don't know, I just thought that there might be a cat place. That was the first place that came up. Rwanda, Kigali. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you too. Indian, and when I go to Georgia, I'm surprised how people react because I'm Indian. Well, sometimes people can be a little bit how to say that? Sometimes they can be mean, but the reason is not because the individual racism or something towards Indians. It's about we're such a small country, and our government has a bad regulations of just letting in Russians or Indians or Arabs or anyone. They are like just whoever comes in, comes in. And because of the war, a lot of Russians came in, and we're such a small population. This is why Georgians usually get concerned, and if you ever witness any negative attitude from Georgians, it's mostly because of that. Because there is a huge fear, and it's actually quite valid, of basically being outpopulated by others, because it's so easy to be outpopulated when you are like a 3.6 million total in the country. Okay, you look Turkish. I don't know, maybe there are some, Turkish people look very different, like they're very different appearances. What do you think about America? America, you mean United States or North America, South America? It's world first country, definitely not perfect, but it is the core values I think are strong and great, and I think more people should get back to those core values that the country was built upon. Obviously, we know that there was immigration from Europe, and they basically just outpopulated the indigenous population, indigenous Americans. I'm not saying that's right, but I'm just saying that this is how history works. Unfortunately, that's how it happens everywhere in the world. At this point, what America is, it is what it is, and I think it's a great country. If you would ask me if I would have had an option to live in US or in Russia, for example, I would definitely choose US. Are you living there or visiting? We lived here for previous 10 months, and we were just away for a couple months, and we came back here. So we're planning to stay for the next few months and spend some part-time period at least in here in Vietnam. I have a huge love to this country. I have a huge love and respect to the people. I think generally people are very welcoming, nice, but they also stand their ground. They're not going to accept your BS. There were cases that someone, I think that was a Russian guy, and another case was a person from El Salvador, and that was in the Chang, where they started terrorizing people, like, harassing and so, like, acting inadequate. And immediately all the groups, like the local, started spreading in the groups, and police got involved, and people were like, no, we're not going to take, if you're not behaving in our country, we're going to make you, like, we're going to deport you, we're going to jail you. And it's not like, so this is how it should be. So I really respect that about here. At least that's the experience that I witnessed. Can you tell us how the way of living in Europe is different from Asia? Well, Georgia is a little bit, I mean, it's cold like in Eastern Europe. It's actually a Caucasus region. It has some European vibe, but there are definitely mix of some Asian, some like generic Georgian. So it's like, it's a very, it's hard to say, call it Europe to me, because it's not exactly Europe. Well, I'll tell you, here, to me, as a foreigner, it's actually easier, lighter. Within a remote income, it is perfect place to come and actually enjoy your life, but also save up some money. And like if you want a perfect place with amazing nature, amazing culture, and people, and like places and experiences, and at the same time you want to save up money and stuff, it's perfect. So right now, also considering what is going on in Georgia, the political situation, I prefer it here, I'll be honest. Islam Makhachev versus GDM, who you got? Can go either way. I mean, Islam can win. I'm not doubting him, like, oh, he cannot win or anything like that. But also, when people say that Islam like 100%, not exactly. GDM not be underestimated. So I'll kind of give it 50-50 and see how it goes. I'm not, I'm not like the MMA guru to make predictions and stuff. He pause, yeah? It's like pink pause. Yeah. Yeah, so pink. So pink. Like the entire time you're just sleeping. You're just sleeping and that's it. The boxer girl, yeah. The cat lady boxer girl, or cat lover. So cute. Please visit Rwanda, Africa. Hey. Oh, you like the holder? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, just okay. Okay. Come here. Yeah, they're interested in the holder more than me. Come on. Okay. Yeah, you don't like to be moved. Okay. I'm not gonna even try. Okay. Oh yeah, someone else is recording like with a holder. So you see? Yeah. Well, people are obsessed here, and I cannot blame them. I'm obsessed myself too. Well, regarding Africa, maybe one day. Right now, it's definitely not on the list, but maybe we'll do more traveling in the future. Are you an actress? No. Okay. What do you think about India? Means people of India. Well, when I was in India, I will be honest, when I was comparing to Southeast Asia and India, there were places I was like, I couldn't go alone. and I wouldn't risk it. But I don't blame people. I just blame, like, there's some areas there's like such a high level of poverty, and obviously when you have higher level of poverty, it affects the, well, basic education, behavior and stuff. So people are, just in the survival mode. So it's higher chances to get robbed, to be raped, all that kind of stuff. But India is a big country as well, right? So it really depends where. I'll tell you which the cities I've been. I've been in Mumbai, then Goa, together with my husband, of course, Amritsar. Then it was Haridwar, Rishikesh, and Delhi. So Mumbai and Amritsar we spent with our Jain friends, and they were kind of like showing us, and it was very interesting. Like in Mumbai, it was a little bit shocking to see like how like all of it is together. There could be like a rich building, with the rich people living in, and literally tents right next to that building of poor people. But then those people would go to the same temple and do that experience, go get that spiritual experience. That's the one thing I really liked. I like that spiritual vibe around, and when it comes to the temples, it kind of, the disparity disappears. Like if you're Hindus, no matter which caste you come from, you're a Hindu, right? And you're same there. And if a Jain or if a Buddhist, so that the vibe is quite strong in India, pretty much everywhere in India. Goa was very nice. It was actually beautiful beaches, and people were even more chill because it's like a south, and southern people are usually more chill. I think it's kind of because it's related to climate. When it's colder, people are more strict, more conservative. When it's a little bit warmer climate, it always affects the culture. The culture is more chill usually. Then Amritsar was the Golden Temple, and the Punjabi and Pakistan border. Because we were with our friends, they showed us the interesting places. It was what I liked about that place, the place of Sikhs. So most of them were Sikhs. I liked that. Even though it was some places were like dirty and stuff like that. And I'll be honest, here it's way cleaner than pretty much almost everywhere in India. Like this culture of, like I could see everywhere people volunteering from the temple and outside of it and feeding. There were like queues and rows of people getting free food. And that was the way, and very generous and very honest way to deal with, just share the food and help someone who is in need, and just at least give them basic things as a food. And it was not just one place or on a single day. That was every day, different locations, because they would drive us in the car and we would see all of that. And despite the, some maybe it was not that clean, or maybe there were some poor people, but it felt quite safe and chill in its own way. Haridwar, I got food poisoning. I really didn't see that much. So we went to Rishikesh straight away. And Rishikesh was my favorite. I loved Rishikesh. The mountains, the Ganga River. It's also smaller, and because I'm from Georgia, I'm used to like a smaller areas. I loved it. The nature, the city structure, it was quite clean. The ritual, the Thanksgiving ritual that happens like every day on the Ganga River. It was a beautiful experience. So I think Rishikesh would be number one to me, the most favorite experience that I had. And then Delhi, we just spent a little time and we just flew back to Georgia. So that's my experience in India. Generally, I don't think people are aggressive or angry. Just the parts that are higher in the poverty are more like risky, obviously. But by nature, I think Indian people are quite welcoming and kind. You look 15. Should I take it as a compliment? Well, I'm not 15. I'm 25. So, I'm from Georgia. Yes, I am. Sorry, I was ranting a little bit, so I'm just going to scroll up a little bit faster. Do people in Georgia prepare for government jobs, and it's a matter of pride to have a government job there? Well, right now, It depends which side you're on. I'm definitely not pro current government, so to me, I wouldn't want to do anything with them. So I guess right now, people who are pro-West, who don't want to be under the Russia's influence, who don't want the dollarization, and want the like European quality of life. I'm fully aware of certain big problems in the Europe as well, but we're talking about like the core values before all the nonsense that happened there about the basic, healthcare, education prices, infrastructure, how it's decentralized and all that kind of stuff. So this is what kind of Georgian wants, and Georgian like me wants for their country. So no, definitely not looking forward, and people like me. But there are other side who are pro-government, they get benefits, they try to buy off a lot of people who are like athletes, for example. They literally try to put them in the government on their side and, just bribe them, basically, to be a party representatives. And, well, that's a shame. For winning Power Davis, I don't even want to talk about it. It's probably going to be staged. I like boxing, especially old era, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. Yes, that's a brilliant era. Also, the cool era was the Fort King era. The after Ali era, that was Hagler, Thorns, Duran, and Leonard. Rome is, yeah, it is. It's a cat cafe. I have not visited Matsura. No, I haven't. Okay. Are you a teacher? Well, in a sense, I'm a trainer, and I think what I do is teaching how to train, how to take care of your health, how to, eat properly and meet the nutritional requirements and all that kind of stuff. And boxing as well. I teach boxing. Good morning from New York. Hi. Good afternoon, late afternoon from Saigon, Vietnam. Teacher fighter, class must be disciplined. Okay, and keep scrolling up. I'm a new country artist, 7 songs released to country radio, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, all platforms. Well, congratulations, and keep up the good work. Have you met Vicha Kvaratskhelia? I never met him personally, but one of my close friends, she was his classmate. They were literally they finished the same school. They went to the same prom, and yeah. So it's funny. With Merab, I have few acquaintances and friends because it's like a fighting community, and a lot of people know him from the Georgian fighting community. With Ilya, some people I know are his relatives, like cousins, literally, and also Lasha Guruli, that the boxer who is actually he's already went pro from amateur, and he might become quite famous at some point, I think, in the near future. They've been, I think, friends in Rustavi since like the period where they were living in Georgia, Topurias. So they're also close friends, seems like. And yeah, with Vicha Kvaratskhelia, my friend Nini, they were classmates. I mean, people might not believe it, but Georgia is such a small country, and Tbilisi, like it's very highly likelihood that someone knows someone. Okay, where are you from? I'm from Georgia. I'm from Georgia, the country, Tbilisi. And this is the cat cafe in the Saigon. I'm from Paris. Hey, kitty. You keep coming to me, but I don't think you like me. Yeah, they're just chilling. You always travel. Yeah, lately, me and my husband been traveling a lot. Mathura, Vrindavan is the birth of the Lord Krishna, one of the most famous spiritual cities in India. Next time, keep it in your list. Okay, I will. Before, it wasn't even a list, it's just kind of, we improvised and we just saw the places closer before going to Delhi. I wanted to go to Varanasi, I really wanted to visit that place, but it was a little bit way too south. And India is a big country, so it's not that easy to travel when you have a limited amount of time. Is there any chance you can meet him in near future? I'm not sure. Well, the thing is, they usually come to Georgia, and there's the things, and obviously they visit and meet some people who they like, who they know closely, family members, and all that kind of stuff. I just don't like being, how to say that? Oh, like ask my friends, oh, you know them or you're their relative, can I meet them? I'm not really that kind of person, if you know what I mean. I'm really cheering for them, whatever they're doing, but I'm not usually a fan. Like, I can adore people, I can really cheer for them and even look up to them. But yeah, maybe it's a matter of pride, but I just rather keep doing my thing. And if it happens naturally and we just meet somehow by accident in the thing, yeah, sure, why not? But I wouldn't try to seek for it. Big fan of Tapuria. I was at his last fight against Oliveira. Well, that was cool. It was fast. It was, let's be honest, it was quite fast, but it was a good performance by Ilya. The only thing that concerns me, I want to see Ilya. Well, his fight with Gaethje, I think, is already signed, but I'm not sure if it's scheduled yet. And I really think there is this thing between GDM and Islam. So whoever wins or whoever loses, they're gonna. There is even a chance that there could be a White House thing, Ilya versus Islam. Though don't think it's a main card, because that wouldn't really make sense in the White House in the United States. So, well, we'll see. It's going to be some interesting stuff going on, I think. So in this chat, you are the strongest, the most skilled fighter amongst us, right? I don't know. I do believe that there might be, and I hope there are people who are having bigger experience. Also, I'm more like a boxer. Yes, I practice other martial arts, but more just for fun, and I'm aware how the things work. And that's good enough to being able to analyze the fight and kind of break it down, but they're way more better performance than I am, and I'm just an enthusiast, let's call it that way. If you meet him, tell him I love him from Sri Lanka. Okay, I might remember that, because I remember that kind of stuff. So if I ever meet him, I might be like, oh, there is this guy who said that sends you love from Sri Lanka. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. I think Tapuria Gaethje is a waste of time for everyone. It's easy work for Tapuria. I'd rather see Islam or Ilya Arman. I don't disagree with you. I thought, I don't know. I think they just want to kind of put all the older generation through for Ilya and kind of give him a record, because UFC, once they have someone prominent who is doing a good job and he's effective and a knockout artist or submission artist, they kind of try to give him an opportunity to build up their record. I would say that after Gaethje, they would try to do Pimplet or Arman. I would see Arman and Ilya. I would see a Pimplet versus Arman as well. It would be interesting to see because, well, they're hyping up Paddy quite a lot, and, well, we want to see more if he's actually capable to beat top tier, except like Chandler. But, well, Chandler has been losing quite a lot to all the tops, right? So, yeah, Pimplet, Arman, and Islam versus Ilya probably would be a thing that is like if it happens as the like the final thing, like a final boss type of thing. Can you give me an advice or something that can make someone's mind and thoughts? I didn't understand exactly what you mean. Oh, hi. Look, it's Kitty, another kitty. I just want them to have them a little bit more in background. So, hello. How are you? I'm doing well. Arman deserves punishment for getting injured during the fight week. His mistake is not having fought for over a year. That's true. When it comes to Arman, he talks more than he does things at this point. I mean, and when it comes to when he just bailed on the Islam, like a title shot, the revenge fight against Islam, that was embarrassment. And it's funny because he was claiming there was back injury, and then Dana doesn't say anything about that. He just says he didn't make a weight. So, is it an irresponsibility or he ducked Islam? I don't know. And yes, he doesn't fight often. But I'll be honest, most of fighters now, including Ilya haven't defended his title yet. And, well, I love Ilya, but the facts are facts. Though, let's give a credit to Merab. Merab has the biggest title defenses per year. Like, it's going to be 4, so with Petr Yan 2. So, you like, one person who is like a definition of proving people wrong is Merab here. So let's give him a credit for that. Everyone else is a little bit like a kind of, oh, I'm not gonna fight you because you deserve it. And Merab is like, just the only person he said that doesn't deserve it was about Umar, but also because he was talking shit. He was talking so much shit, like he was like a future champion without actually having a good enough record for that. So it was like way too much hype on him, and, well, Merab proved that he also didn't deserve that shot. Do you think any boxer like Mike or Ali can beat Bruce Lee in a real fight? Like, no rules. I mean, well, they are boxers, but they're real punchers. Bruce Lee, no offense, but it was a lot of the like stage martial arts, and he was agile, he was great, but real fight is like you gotta have to be in a real ring or octagon or whatever and have experience also getting punched. And if you don't have that, if you never did that, I'm not sure about. Like for example, like Benijat Urquidez was an actual kickboxer, and he was like a Ukidokan creator, and he was a real fighter. You know, like before like this legendary scene. About Bruce Lee, I'm not sure if he even had the actual fight experience, so that determines a lot. Alex Pereira, one of my favorites, that's for sure. Merab's fights are boring, but I do love, and he's an active champion. I loved his fight against Omar and humbled him though. Well, Merab, I can agree. His strategy and his team strategy was just to push on his cardio and basically wear out everyone and kind of do it safely. But let's be honest, he submitted O'Malley, so that's his one of the first, like he was like a second finish now in the career. And now he almost knocked out Corey. And if Corey wasn't a tough guy, he would knock him out. And it was, to me, the last fight was Corey Sandhagen. It was entertaining. Like I can't say the throws were beautiful. There were some like very beautifully executed takedowns, and there was some control time. A lot of striking exchange, and that moment on the second round of Merab was like going. I think he worked a lot on his striking because his form changed, and I respect that hugely about Merab. He's evolving from fight to fight. If you rewatch, if you try to study him based on his previous fight, then you're making a mistake because there's going to be a new Merab in the next fight. And to me, that is very exciting. Hello, hi to everyone. It was legit. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. Are you a fighter? A boxer. You can call me a boxer because, well, I did some boxing, amateur boxing, and I did a lot of open ring sparring. Recently I performed some training sparrings, but in Georgia it's a heavy sparring, so I did a couple of those. And well, right now back to Vietnam, so in Saigon we're just chilling for a while, recouping. We'll go, when we're back to Nha Trang and to our local gym, I'm gonna start training again. I'm actually gonna hire a trainer, a very good trainer there in the boxing, and I'm gonna show you how he's gonna train me as well, specifically for, you know, everything, you know, endurance, the sparring and the fighting strategy, the fighting IQ training, all that kind of stuff. And I'll talk to them and try. Let's see if they gonna be able to find someone to pair with me to actually do a fight, like a professional fight in the boxing. That would be cool. So that is kind of a goal. Spider-Woman cosplay, please. Well, I wish I did cosplays, but I don't like makeup that much. Merab can have fun with fights, like I think, but it has to be with someone who can keep up with his grappling, like Omar. The scrambles and the reversals in the fight were amazing to see. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want, but that's the thing. You want sometimes when someone is way too dominant, they kind of create a disparity that it almost feels like there is no resistance. But in reality, it was a good point. You need someone who matches the, like, can counter the person's performance, you know. Ali was a legend. Yes, he is a legend. A Black Widow. Well, might try to do a Halloween costume, like a Black Widow themed. Who wins, Islam or Jack Della Maddalena? 50-50. I'll go with that way, and because I think both of them can get the fight, and that might sound very safe prediction or cliche, but when I don't like betting on someone, and I never bet. I never made any money on betting and stuff. I wouldn't bet on someone when it's like both fighters are great. Bruce Lee is not just an actor, but back then camera couldn't even capture his punches and kicks due to his unreal speed. They have dropped the frame rate for the movies. For me, he's the artist of fighting. Again, also the martial arts, like the cultural martial arts, it has to do a lot of performance and kata, so they have those parts where they just perform. It was like a performative side of it. But when it's actual fight, and especially the way how the fighting evolved, and we're talking about like actual combat sports, combat martial arts, you can check out the videos. You can check out like Wushu masters, and you can check like a Kung Fu masters, just fighting a real fight against the MMA fighter, and pretty much always MMA fighter, a boxer, a combat sport performer just crushes them, because it's not about just speed and aesthetics. It's about the real fight is dirty. Even boxing, like, you have this perfect technique, you can, like, on the pads, for example, you can do it perfectly. You can always see that even at the top tier fighter, top tier boxer, when they have an actual fight, and especially against someone of their caliber, it is like you can see maybe 60, 70 at best, 60-70% that perfect clean technique that they perform off the ring, because it becomes a fight. There, whatever you already trained as on the reflex level, you can only put it as much as the opponent lets you do that, right? So it's the fighting the pressure, holding the pressure, applying the pressure, and having sometimes dealing with that mess in the fight. It's different than just from those performative disciplines. Let's call it that way. Are you ready to see Brady get in the first round? Moraz is real. Yeah? Looks like a Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. I've been told that. Okay, and keep scrolling up, guys. Almost on the way at the top. Okay. Jan is going to be real threat this time around. He has the best chance to maybe catch Merab coming off a very short turnaround. I still bet on Merab. I still so, but Jan definitely shouldn't be underestimated. He was great before Merab beating him. Like, he was one of the best bantamweights in the division. So we'll see. We'll see how is he prepared. And with Merab, it's very simple. Merab's style is evolving, so it's funny that it's not that easy to outstrike him anymore. So he's getting better at that, but also you need someone who matches his gas tank. And Corey was saying that he can do that, but he wasn't able to do that at the end. So let's see what training process Jan went through. Is he cardio better now? We'll see. I think his fight with Merab, comparing to other fights, I think he gave him the hardest time. Let's be honest. Like, let's be fair to Jan. But we'll see. Merab has also evolved throughout this time. What's your favorite martial art? I would say boxing, but boxing is more like a combat sport. It has a different cultural background, so it's not exactly martial art, in my opinion. I don't know. I can't tell you exactly. I've seen a video of UFC fighter harassing a woman in the supermarket, and he lost to 3 ordinary men. Well, because in street fight everything happens. But if it's 3 against 1, that also happens. And again, if he was harassing a woman, like really harassing, he got what he deserved. Becky Lynch, of course. The sun's getting really low. I don't remember where was that actually, like in which movie she was saying that. Merab is going to be pound for pound if he number one if he wins. I wasn't a fan of him at first. A lot of people were not fans, and I can't blame them. He was just playing safe, but you gotta give him respect. He fights most often. He evolves, and he's trying his best to make it more entertaining. And he's just a sweetheart. I think he's funny, and he's just, he's a good man. he never trash talks like in a way. Yeah, he says that I'm the best, I'm the champion. Well, he proves that so far. But at the same time, like I never heard him underestimating. Even with Omar, when Omar was saying that, oh, I don't see how Merab can beat me and this and that, like he was just a neighborhood kid or something. Merab was like, Omar is a good fighter, but I'm prepared. I had this injury, but like I'm ready, and well, he was ready. Khabib is also a little similar to Bruce Lee in mentality and respect as well. Yeah, in that too, in the fighting style, no. And I'm sorry, but in some ways, Khabib is a little bit overrated. No disrespect, but now there are other performers that outperform him by numbers, by the like amounts of, and just being undefeated, but also first 15 fights having your record with like almost like negative record people. You know, there are a lot of question marks, and his striking is not good. Like if you rewatch Khabib's striking, his wrestling brilliant. I mean, he was maybe even up until till this day. Khabib's wrestling and grappling is one of the best in the UFC, even up until this point, after he's being retired. But the cover attacked the man first. He knew they were going to attack and he couldn't do anything. He was with an MMA friend too, and they almost killed both of them. Well, did you look at their technique, how they did that? Because if they were just, well, as you say, regular men, but at the same time, I know some people, I know some guys who they don't do it professional, but they train like professionals. There was this British guy who's like living in Thailand now, and he just trains every day, and I've seen him in a similar case. There was someone harassing it. He's basically our friend, so we're out, and he just knocked out the guy cold, like nothing, because he was harassing a woman. So that's the thing. I mean, most likely those guys are trained too. It's just they're not officially fighting or anything like that. Avengers Age of Ultron. Okay, that's where she said it. I love Merab for humbling the Dagestani's most arrogant group in MMA. I think it wasn't like this before, but yeah, they become, after Khabib kind of securing his legacy, yeah, it's came up. The person I like quite, I mean, I think Ankalaev is not a bad guy despite his tweets, but I don't think he wrote that at all. And Islam is Islam at least proves what he does, and he's quite funny. I love their encounters with DC, how he teases DC. That's hilarious. But I think those two. But like I don't really like Nurmagomedov's. I mean, aside from Khabib, and even Khabib said certain things that was like, really, like Khabib, you don't say those things. Like, you know, you at that level you gotta be careful what you're saying. But like Umar and Usman, they are very arrogant, and that's a little bit annoying because, well, it's just their name. At this point, it's just their name. They're not like one of the best. They still have to prove a lot. Yeah, I keep scrolling up, guys. I believe it is possible that GDM is not even top 5 in the category, even though he is a champion, because he's never faced Usman, Shafdar, Gary, Brady, Moraes, Pratis. He can lose to everyone. Well, we'll see. Because sometimes, even though he didn't face those people, it doesn't mean he cannot win. So let's see how it goes. I mean, that's fight. I think GDM can win, but also so Islam can do as well. So looking forward to it. I don't have a prediction to that one. I think you have the best point. I mean, that's just sharing my opinion. you're supporting K-pop when you're supporting LGBTQ. I don't even listen to K-pop. That's definitely not my type of thing. Beware of K-pop. Well, guys, good for me. I think I'm not supporting any featured group or cult or whatever it is. You know, when it's like whether it's LGBT or far right or far this or far that, or I don't know, like a weird acting people. No, not really. I have friends in many groups, but I have friends from many groups just because they are very smart, decent, and they're very flexible with their opinions, and they're critical thinkers. This is how I deal with people, and this is what kind of people I try to have in my circle. So it's kind of just take it easy kind of thing, you know. Don't try to be anything. Just take it easy. Be yourself. Isn't it curious that champion is not even the top 5? Champion is losing to 1 or 2 happens, but there could be 5, 6 ahead of GDM. Yeah, it's a fair point. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes UFC does the weird matchups, and well, sometimes there are just somehow some fighters that are underdog. They win, and some of them later prove that they're good. Some of them prove that that was just a fluke. So that's all I can say at this point. Khabib has the most overrated legacy of all time. He beat tomato cans and fought 3 good fighters, one of which being a drunk coked up McGregor. If it was prime McGregor, he would have lost to him. I mean, with his wrestling and grappling, maybe he would not lose or something. But the point is taken. It's a good point. I can understand what you mean by saying that. It's just numbers, and again, nothing against Khabib. If someone's gonna get offended, oh Khabib, well then you are just a fan. Like, you shouldn't be a fan. Look at the numbers, and if there is someone, a new fighter or new fighters and new generations outperforming others, you gotta admit it, right? So yeah, that's a good point. I cannot disagree with that. Real interesting view. Looking forward. I agree. You're right. What do you think about Shavkat Rakhmonov? I'll be honest. I have only seen some of his highlights. I need to look a little bit more of his background and his record, and actually watch some of his prominent fights. Okay, at this point, Islam may have gotten lucky. GDM maybe in 5, and GDM is a small welterweight. Yeah, I mean, and Islam is also, he was hardly making weight for the lightweight, so I think he's gonna feel quite natural in the welterweight. Gonna be my girlfriend, sorry, but I have a husband. What's your favorite sandwich to make? Whatever my husband asks. Well, actually, I'm not even joking. I mean, he's the cook in the family. He actually cooks amazing, and I'm usually that chopping slave. How you call it, like a line chef. He's the chef. I'm the line chef. But I learned a lot from him when it comes to cooking, and sometimes I just cook for him as well. Islam is better than Khabib. If we're being honest, he has better striking, sumo wrestling, and submission skills. Yes, Islam. To me, Islam already outperformed Khabib, and I hope he's gonna keep going. Well, I think even if he loses to GDM or Ilya or whoever he faces in the future, that shouldn't be a factor for like this undefeated thing. Most of the undefeated boxers and fighters and martial art performers are cherry picking their fights. But once they realize, oh, okay, they develop that tension and fear against losing, and that is a wrong mentality. The only person I think was really super dominant. That's not it's Alexander Karelin, the wrestler. The guy has like 880 something matches, and he lost like twice or once, and that was for a stupid reason or something. And he lost. But you see the proportion. I think that is maybe one of the only who were like super dominant, and even he lost, and it's fine. That shouldn't be a losing factor. Shouldn't be a factor to stop you or make you want to secure your undefeated legacy. What's your best advice to counter southpaw boxers in the pocket instead of throwing punches from the unorthodox position, hoping for the best? You gotta always try. You gotta practice to be a step ahead. And what I mean is, that's how southpaws catch you. They create that angle by keeping their foot outside of yours, because you're kind of matching with your front feet. They step us out. You gotta learn how to do that. That's why you need to train with the southpaws, to be able to out-move in their own direction. That's basically the most classic way to do it. But also I would recommend depends on the boxer, which range. If it's a tall person, it's even harder. But if it's like you can secure a middle range or closer range, you can be like almost leaning against them, have that foot outside, and then basically what was the southpaw. But if you're very orthodox, you practice that. That is one of the ways. Hey, cute. Yes, watch Shaukat. He's an interesting guy and one scary dude. As I said, like in highlights, that is a good description for him. He's a scary guy. Okay, keep scrolling up, guys. What the fuck is asking women advice on the boxing? Have they seen women's boxing? Well, I'm not going to disagree with that point. Women's boxing is not as advanced as men's boxing, but we're talking about simple analysis and more like a coach's perspective. And coach can be not a great boxer at all. They're actually very great examples of people, the coaches not being the best boxers, but they become brilliant coaches because of that, because their analysis and the insights to certain things. And well, whatever I said, you can try and see if it works or not. Also going to depend how you execute it. What's your opinion, Kyla and Amanda in the White House? Kyla will be knocked out nationally live. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Amanda had I like both. I like Kyla. I like her personality. I mean, she's dominating. News was super entertaining to watch and like one of my, favorite. I would say more like one of the female fighters that I really like, respective female fighters, and I really like her. She's been retired for a while, so it depends how much she got back into the shape. I don't know. It's hard to say that. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one as well. I can go either way. She will dominate your boxing. Don't underestimate her boxing skills. Even if I don't dominate, let's say I train someone talented, but also giving them right insights, and they might dominate you, like as a male against male. So as I said, that's more like a coach's perspective or persons who try to break it down to the details. She's smarter than you, LOL. I mean, we all know some things and we don't know others. I think it's kind of normal. The girl behind you staring at you. That's okay. Even if she's a girl, she knows a lot about them in boxing and she doesn't watch K-dramas. K-dramas. The reason I'm laughing is because actually I know people who watch them. and it's like it's a specific people. They kind of look like each other. The cafe is just a cat cafe. I love cats. I'm not into K-pop. I just love cats. Kyla, howdy. I missed you. I missed you too. It's so good to see you. I'm glad to see you, and I'm back. I'm back more consistently. I've been live streaming now 3 days in a row, and back in Vietnam, and now gonna keep it up more. So glad to see you here. Okay. Are you in Korea? No, it's Vietnam, Saigon. In Vietnam, they understand English? Yes, pretty much they actually do. But 1 second, guys. So the thing is, I have to go now. I actually have a personal training. I need to do the work. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll try to live stream either today or tomorrow. And well, I see you on the next live stream. So have a good day and later.